Okay, I think we are live by chance. Sorry if there's any background noise. Okay, we are live now. I'm sorry I had to end the live stream really unexpectedly. It disconnected and I couldn't get it back connected. But right now, we are starting off with a tornado warning. For the thing. This tornado warning is mainly in rural areas, luckily. You see the rotation here? You have tornado warnings, but both for the same storm. Okay, yes, there is rotation here. Obviously, they want it. This is going really toward, this is going northeast right now. Sorry if there's any noise in the background. They're being pretty loud. But it looks like in Texas, I think the tornado threat will start to increase. I think in Texas, there's a lot of discrete supercells in Texas. This one is one for quarter size zone, 60 mile an hour wind gust. Quarter size zone, 60 mile an hour wind gust. So there's a lot of discrete supercells over here in Texas. So that's a thing. So I think the tornado risk will increase in the next few hours. The tornado risk will probably increase. So there will be an increase. I'm pretty sure I'll probably be streaming till maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. But I will go to bed soon. Like 10 or 11 o'clock I will be streaming. This tornado warning has about 20 more minutes left on it. Come on. It looks like it's maybe moving at 30 mile an hour. Actually, I can check it. 25 mile an hour is close enough. I'm not surprised they did not issue a mesoscale discussion for here, but there is some severe storms over there in North Dakota. I wouldn't expect much from that. I think we got like a marginal risk up here. I feel this is the most widespread outlook I've ever had, because like all of it is right here. There's slight risk right there. There's slight risk in Florida. And then there's a marginal risk in like North Dakota and South Dakota, and there's a enhanced risk for like Texas. It's a very stretched out severe weather event tonight. Actually, it looks like there could be a little bit of rotation on the storm right there, just a bit. Move this over here. There we go. But yeah, this is a very widespread severe weather outbreak. Looks like the rotation was a bit more organized a little bit ago, around 8:23. I feel like it was a bit more organized. It's mostly just a big gust of wind, but there is still some rotation. Not really a lot. But still stay very weather aware, especially in Texas, Florida also stay weather where there is still a severe thunderstorm watch for about 18 more minutes. So I don't think Florida will see any really that bad of severe storms. Okay, what is that? What is that? That is 1.6 miles wide. And you're like, oh, zoom in, and then you see that. Is that a severe thunderstorm warning? No. It is a hole in the tornado what? What? In the severe thunderstorm watch. Excuse me. Yeah, it's mostly just a big gust of wind on the storm. Not really. It's just you could see some gusty winds way up here in like Pennsylvania, northeastern Ohio. I feel like you could see some gusty winds and hail, but really not a big threat to you guys. Oh, so they did actually put. I think that was already there actually. Yeah, there was still a severe. This is still a pretty severe weather event that's gonna happen today. And it's not just today; it is tomorrow. So I could be live streaming tomorrow if it's after dinner. I most likely will be streaming. But if it's in the daytime, I might be streaming, but I have a lot of things to do in the daytime. So it's kind of for what I'm doing right now, it's kind of a tight schedule because I share the computer, so I have to have other people play it and let other people play it and all that. Just with a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. I don't. Wait, what? What the? Wait, let's go. No, I don't want Steam. Close Steam. Wait, let's go. I gotta close. Bro, no way I had that closed the whole time. It's not letting me do this. I should have checked this before. Radarscope is not showing on the screen. I don't know why Radarscope isn't showing. Is it just... I don't know what's going on. It's only showing Steam. This is not weather. Okay, what is going on? Well, What the? Okay, what the? This is not good. Can I? There we go. Finally. Whoop. Finally. That took longer than I wanted it to be. Well, like I said, there is some rotation on the storm and this tornado warning. We are back down to one tornado warning. This is mainly in rural areas, but anyone in that red polygon right here. Anyone in that red polygon. Take cover again on lowest floor of your home or building. Yeah. Don't go outside, even if you're under like a watch. Don't go outside. Unless you're like a storm chaser, obviously, because they go outside when there are tornado warnings, but because they're experienced. I might do storm chasing, maybe, like, but barely. I'll mainly be in the studio. I'll mainly be in the studio. Studio. What am I doing? Everything except weather, apparently. Yeah, but you could see these semi-discrete supercells that fire off. Like this one came out of nowhere and just fire off. There's a report of a land spout, actually. So there is a lot of rotation in the atmosphere. We're 9 minutes on this tornado warning. The tornado threat will increase, especially in Texas here. I don't think we've seen any tornado warnings or anything, but I don't know actually because I wasn't on here. I was trying to fix everything that went wrong when I tried. Just ended apparently, and I didn't even notice it till like a bit. It was like 8 minutes long. But you could see, even on reflectivity, you can see it rotate. Like, look very closely. And see that the reflectivity looks like it's rotating. Let's read some damage reports. Now that's a lot of damage. There was a tree down. Of course it was. I feel like I read that every single time. There was 3 limbs broken. Does it show me the inches? 3-inch limbs, I think. By the way, these storms are just now getting a boost. You can see it's going slow and now it's going fast. So these storms will be impacting parts of Michigan. It will be like maybe in like Jackson, Ann Arbor, Michigan. It will be in those parts. It might be in like Hastings, Holland, Dorr, Hudsonville. Around those areas. It could be impacted, it could not. I think Florida is done for all the severe weather. There's really only one special weather statement. So, and it's one for 40-mile-an-hour winds and half-inch hail. So you could say dime or penny or pea-sized hail, whatever you want to call it. It's basically in the middle. This severe thunderstorm warning also in rural areas, which is actually good. But this storm looks to be. Why is it not working? It looks to be coming up on Lama. How do you say that? On Lamasa? Oh no. Lamasa. I don't know. But this right here, that storm that you see, that is coming up on any of these parts could be impacted by it. It's a lot more curved, but also the storm is actually no. Probably any of these parts could be impacted by the storm. Actually, it probably could. Anybody of those parts right here? Very weird arrow, but anyone in those parts could be impacted by this storm. Thankfully, right now, and I hope the tornadoes will be in rural areas and not any towns. But if it is, still get on the lowest floor of your home or building if you are on a tornado warning. We still do have this tornado warning over here in North Carolina. It basically lost almost all of its rotation, but it still has a tad bit of rotation, specifically right here. So they probably will just let this expire and might issue a new one. It's 4 minutes, so I'm surprised they didn't issue a new one. But I think they'll let this storm expire. And yeah. We only have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. All of it is either special marines, which is a lot, and flash floods. So, I mean, that's good. Like, we don't want no severe storms, but they could fire off and they could do something. But I expect us to have a lot more severe thunderstorm warnings than we have right now, because you could see specifically this one, but also like this one, but also this one. I mean, there's a little storm module right there, and probably this one. Like any of those little rain, any of those little updrafts that you see on the radar, which is those like just those little rain spots, those could easily form. Like that one formed in like Now, like this one, like this rain shower near gel, formed in the course of. Let me see. Wait, so it that grew in about 4 minutes to that size, which is. I feel like normal, but these storms could pop off. You're like you could be in like a storm could be like right here in this county, and you're like, oh, that storm is just starting to kick off. It's not that bad. Or then it could be severe warned by the time it gets into. It could be like a severe thunderstorm warning, like right there. So if it forms like right there, it could be severe right there. These storms could form really fast. It's really not a thing you want, but it's also a thing you'll have to get, which kind of sucks. But a lot of flooding that's going on. Like a lot of over here, there was a whole bunch of storms that kept on forming a little bit ago, and there's still a lot of rain. Well, all these just started forming right there and producing a. I'm surprised they don't have a flood threat over here, because if these storms keep forming, and it's more rain right there actually. But sometimes people are like only severe thunderstorm warnings and like tornado warnings are the only severe thing. Flooding, I don't know if you've seen flooding, but it could be bad, especially if it's a flood emergency. It's really bad. Flooding and tornadoes and wind and hail and all that is not the only threat you want to worry about. If you're getting non-stop storms starting to form, that's you are gonna probably have a flooding threat. But you can see this line of storms gonna go probably through more like Ann Arbor area, down up like near Lansing, then Portland, and then like Plainfield, Carter Township. Actually, no, like Cedar Springs, like Kent County, I think. What's Grand Rapids? Yeah, Kent County. So Kent County. So probably just north of here. So probably any of these areas you. Honestly, I think that storm's honestly just most likely just gonna die out. I'm gonna read some wind reports. So there was 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. There was a report of dime-sized hail. There was a report of 39-mile-an-hour wind gust. There's blowing dust. Anything up here that I haven't read? There's also damage. I already read that. There's some hail, like pea-sized hail. There's some more pea-sized hail. There's some more pea-sized hail. Basically, what I'm saying is this area is not under a huge hail threat. Actually, just that's not under a threat at all, I feel like. And even if it was, it's gonna be like pea-sized hail. Or less. It could be less. Like, I remember when I had less than pea-sized hail. Like, it was like 0.2 inches. It was so small. So small. It melted in like 5 seconds when I just picked it up and it's gone. But the growing ones, I feel like most this is the this is the one I'm most worried about for the growing ones. Then I can't really know over here because I don't have a good radar scan. I don't have a good radar sight. But this one, mainly these ones, like, crap, why is that doing that? Mainly these ones, actually, I mean, that's still growing, but I think that one's dying, actually. That one's dying. It was huge, and then it just died. Huge cell. We, and back down to no NATO warnings and no severe thunderstorm warning for North Carolina and stuff. So that's news. That's news. No more severe thunderstorm warning. It's only up here, and no more severe thunderstorm warning for Florida. So like I told you, Florida is basically done with severe weather. You could get a little bit of rain, maybe some thunderstorms if they, maybe not. Or you could see just nothing for the rest of the night. But New Orleans, like Louisiana's probably not done. Texas is just getting started. New Mexico and Texas is just getting started. There's some cells forming right there. It actually looks like there's some little updrafts that are forming. So those could go tornadic very soon. Especially this one. This one looks very organized, like just growing. It looks organized, but it's not organized, and it's still growing. That's how I feel like this one has a very good tornado threat on it. That could be a very high tornado threat on that one. Anyways, there is no tornado warning on this one. I already said that, but it's mostly probably just gonna be big gust of wind. That's because after it's just, yeah, there's a little gust of wind. It's just barely a gust of wind. It's probably reaching a max of 30-mile-an-hour wind gust, probably. It's gonna go through, it's gonna get windy, it's not gonna be that windy. But this does have a tornado possible label on it. So obviously a tornado warning just was warned and now it's gone, but there was a little bit of rotation on the storm, so just a little bit. Yeah, you can see how fast this one is growing. Look at that explode. That one has just exploded over the last few minutes. Wow, it's crazy how fast that exploded. Absolutely exploded. I don't know which one Connor is on. mean, I don't think he's on any of these, but this one is probably one he would go after. I know Connor, and he would definitely go after this supercell. Actually, I haven't checked the velocities on it. There's no rotation on it right now. It's just some pretty gusty winds. 40-mile-an-hour wind gust. Or just winds on it. But there's some pretty gusty winds on this thing. Very gusty winds on this thing. There's still gusty winds on this one for like South Mills. That's really the only one. Like there's Windfall, there's Hutford, there's yeah, this thing is definitely growing really, really fast. Like you can see how fast it's growing. It's going through every supercell's life cycle. At first they kind of disconnected from a storm, and then they blow up. Like, this will probably become its own separate storm. Honestly, if you see like all this rain right here, if that keeps coming up right here where I'm gonna circle, that is under a pretty big flooding threat. If that keeps forming, actually, I can go to. I'm pretty sure they would have. Yeah, they do have a mesoscale discussion for precipitation right here. So expected. I'm gonna turn that go. Well, there we go. Making sure that wasn't anything. Oh yeah, that is. It's going through Supercell's life cycle. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a wall cloud on this thing. I don't know if I have any cams. No. Well, maybe. Check this. Am I recording this? Okay, well, there's no stuff. There's no cams. That's not fun. Yeah, I do not know if this is a wall cloud. Can't show any storm chasers. We actually have a severe thunderstorm warning in South Dakota. This actually looks like for a line of storms that have hit that. Okay, you can see on radar, like you can see how slow it was going when it started to form, and now it's. Actually, this looks like a line of storms that is just starting to be severe. 60-mile-an-hour wind, damaging winds on this thing. Oh yeah, this thing is filled with tiny wind gusts. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is an actual wall cloud on this. But you could see like right there, like the line. But look at this storm. Tell me that does not look like. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, we do not have the severe thunderstorm warning, not warning, watch for like Columbus, not Columbus, or just Ohio and stuff. So severe weather risk is winding down, in like the eastern seaboard part, like all the way up to Detroit, Michigan, down to like Washington D.C. and probably North Carolina. I mean, there could still be some severe weather for like Baltimore, Washington D.C. and all that. Like, but really, I don't know if you're gonna see because the watches are going out. There might be a little bit of severe weather, not that much, and also they did cancel that watch for Palm Bay. Not Palm Bay, Florida. I can't. There's two watches. There's a tornado watch and a severe thunderstorm watch. Okay. yeah, you can see this thing is, that's gonna be some rain over there, and this is gonna be the main threat of tornado. Yeah, this supercell is growing, and it's growing pretty fast. It looks like there could be some pretty big hail, actually. I want to know. I know what this looks like over here. Yeah, there's definitely some pretty big hail. Actually, if I want, I can just go up. Okay. There we go. Make sure that's sure. Okay, good. Yeah, there's some pretty big hail definitely over here. Up to ping pong ball size hail. This tornado watch does go for about 41 more minutes. They might issue another tornado watch, but I feel like the weather risk is mainly dying down. Like, you can, I don't think we had really anything yet. I think we maybe had maybe like 3 tornado warnings. I was gone, so I couldn't see it, so I couldn't know. But but basically you could say that almost everywhere is basically done with the severe weather. I mean, hopingly, because I don't want it to be at night, because if it's at night, it's even worse. That was hail. I was like, what? What happened? What? Why is there hatches? I mean, unless they keep forming, like, there could be some little updrafts form, but some of them die out. Like, that one's dying out. I don't see any storms that are forming right now. These are the only ones that look actually, like, I feel like anything right here actually would look, but the tornado watch is not really that. I don't know how many. Do we have any storm reports yet? Where's the... I think so far we had 1 tornado report. Storm reports. Okay, we had 1 tornado report, and that was in New Mexico. So, if that tornado watch expires, and I'll probably stay maybe an hour after that, and nothing happens, I'll be surprised, because this was definitely a risk that deserved a bit more storm reports, but that's also good. Like, a bust forecast is also good but tomorrow there is, actually I'll show you on stream. Make sure, okay, yeah, I'll show you on the stream. It's gonna say pre-stream, but certainly it is not the pre-stream. That's Rotoscope. 1 minute. And go with that. Okay. Now. I'm just gonna go to that, and I'll go to okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow, today we have an enhanced risk and all that. You have that tornado risk. Really not that much of a tornado risk, and like you can see, it used to be all throughout there, and now it's just that little thing. Okay, but that's today's. Tomorrow's, you have Texas here has a nut for the first time in a little bit. We do not have a tornado risk in New Mexico. But tomorrow's tornado risk is another 5%, and this one could not be a bus forecast. Tomorrow it is showing that I won't be live. I mean, the next day it is showing they did add a marginal risk, so if that does get if that is a huge wind risk, which I don't think it is, it's a marginal, or a tornado risk. I feel like hail's not really a thing to go live for, so if it's wind, if it's damaging wind or tornadoes, I will go live for it. But if it's obviously, I don't go live for 2% because I just can't do that right now until I get like actually like it's worth it to do 2%, and it's just a lot of things. Lots of things. Okay. Anywho, we still have 0 severe tornado warnings. There's one with a tornado possible, which I don't think has a good tornado potential. And this is not even for, I don't even think there should be one for severe thunderstorm warning. But there is really no rotation at all. So I'm gonna make sure there's no rotation on these storms. There's a tad bit of rotation right there. Make sure it's okay. Yeah, there's a tad bit of rotation right there, and not really anything. I don't think that's the thing. Even put a tornado possible label on it, so get thunderstorm. I mean, it is showing that there is a rotation right there, but that is a radar that is super far away. So I don't know. We did have one tornado report, and I think it was for a land spout. But I think they only do tornado reports, so we probably had like one tornado confirmed. And really no rotation on any of these storms. It looks like there's really... But guess what? These are also the storms that just formed. So these, I probably will stay alive for these discrete supercells, because these are semi-discrete supercells, because this one is following behind it. There softball size hail, half dollar size hail. I always get that wrong. Half dollar size hail and 60-mile-an-hour damaging winds on these storms. This, I gotta check something. Why is he on? What? I don't know what storm Connor Croft is on. Connor Croft is on 0 storms. Absolutely 0. Storm runner? Anything? Okay, well, he hasn't even started his stream. Yeah. Really no storm chasers out there at this second in time. But you can see this could be something that is... that one is actually... It looks like it could be tornadic. That's really a thing about that storm. Wow, there is still a severe thunderstorm. I think it actually might be expired, but it is for 60-mile-an-hour and damaging winds and diamond-sized hail. I almost forgot. Don't forget the hail, people say. I already did. The tornado watch will be expired before these severe thunderstorm warnings will be expired. Yeah. Oh, what was that? You've been live for about almost an hour now. .29 till this thing expires. Hoping these things die out. Obviously, like, storm chasers are gonna be offended by that, but after every time, like, after these storms pass, like, this line, they always start to die. This could be the line of death for storms. And I'm with this radar, so yeah, it's definitely dying. Definitely dying. But we still got these storms. I don't know if any of these storms will be something. I don't know. I think the storm has already passed its peak intensity. I think this one was a bust storm. These ones look to be a pretty organized, or I guess organizing supercell here. But it's almost past the line of death. We'll see what happens with this storm. Because you can see, it's had its moments and now it's dying. So in this part of the storm has passed the line of death. It's gonna take a minute for them to die out, but this is the line of death. That's horrible handwriting. But line of death. We will see. Connor might just have his Connor just might be sad because nothing, he missed it all. I feel like the tornado risk will increase for the next few hours. I feel like more supercells will form, and more supercells means more severe weather. But you can see like those ones started to like all those storms started. Like if you go there, like all those storms started, and only one started, two started. And then there's some storms starting over there. But yeah. Wait, what? Why am I in split view? From a long tornado? I don't know. Let me go on to Yats. Yeah, it's definitely rotating, but as soon as it went on tilt 3, none of it was rotating. So it's not as strong as rotation, but it's very, very broad. It's very broad rotation. Very broad rotation. "24 minutes till this severe thunderstorm." I keep saying severe thunderstorm warning. 24 minutes till this tornado watch expires. I mean, they might actually put another one down. Okay, a new tornado watch will be needed. So the supercell increase, so it will be increasing. The tornado threat and supercells will be increasing around 10 p.m. So these supercells, I guess cells if you want to call them, these supercells are probably just the start of what could happen. Because around 10 p.m. After this is done, a new tornado watch will be needed. But after 10 p.m. But 10 p.m. is when the prime time is the prime time for really everything. I'll probably be live. I'm probably gonna be live till maybe 11, 12 o'clock. And then tomorrow is also another threat of severe weather. So we have tomorrow and today. Other than the next day, but I don't. It's not severe enough for me to be streaming right now. It's just a moderate risk. It depends if it's a huge wind risk, like a 30% wind risk, or that's a bit too much because we had a derecho. So probably maybe a 15% hatched. No. Yeah, 15% hatch risk. 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so. No. Today is a 50% hatch risk, so probably 30%. Yeah, probably 30%. Then obviously, like today I'm live because 5%. There's an avocado today. It's a very bad avocado. It's a very bad avocado today. I'll even show you it. See, avocado. See that? That's the whatever it's called, and this is the outside. It's a very weird shaped avocado, but it is an avocado. And it's an avocado today. And avocados, they've been known to sometimes producing the worst tornadoes without any notice. That's why avocados are dangerous in the severe weather world. Very dangerous avocado today. If we get more than an avocado, avocados are usually the threat of like a 10% hatch risk for tornadoes. So yeah. Yeah, it's avocado. Yeah, these storms are moving off the Florida coast. I feel like see how slow they were moving, and all of a sudden, yeah, it doesn't look like any storms. I feel like Florida's really out of the way of all the severe weather. Also up here in like Washington D.C., Maryland, like Virginia, parts of Pennsylvania. I feel like just here, anywhere in that is probably is good for severe weather. Everywhere in that is most likely good. You might see a severe thunderstorm or two, a low chance of a tornado or two, most likely not a tornado. Then we have Texas. Texas is obviously the main threat today, and it's a very so we have the threat of a nocturnal avocado. A nocturnal avocado. This is a very, very big risk because avocados are very known, like I said, producing the largest tornadoes, and you won't even know it until you get the next velocity against it 2 seconds. So, avocados are pretty dangerous. I feel like the most dangerous thing in history is very weird shaped avocado. Yes, very weird shaped avocado today, but it's an avocado, and it's a very dangerous avocado. Jeez Louise, I can talk. I mean, honestly, I'll probably just put it full screen. There we go. See, I feel like this risk right here is completely done. Like, I think it's just gonna be done for tonight, and they did issue another severe thunderstorm watch, I think, but I think it will mostly be done. Also, Florida, done. It's done for the night. Maybe some rumbles of thunder. I don't think this is updated yet. But the reason they haven't checked this risk out is because this is a nocturnal avocado today. Very bad severe weather event coming, and it's nocturnal. And then the next day, I want to call this an avocado, and I want to call this an avocado, but it's mainly what is this? I'm just gonna call it plain 2% and 5% tornado risk. But yeah, 5% tornado risk and 2% tornado risk. You can even see that as an avocado. Avocado. But don't joke around, because who knows what could possibly be roaming out there. There could be a tornado ready to form. So yeah, a very, very dangerous avocado tonight. Very dangerous. Wait a minute. Can I please get my thing back? Please? Where is it? I don't know what my sound panel is. What the? Audio mixer. Okay, we should actually have that's... It's not as clean, but it's something. now I gotta get that out of the way. Now where's the... Oh no. This is not something I wanted to do. Why is that moving? What the? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna lower that. Now. Why is that moving? What did I do? Whoa. Can I please get my thingy back? Why is it not letting me? Something is wrong. Something is wrong with this. Of course. Why is it doing that? I really need it. There we go. Oh, okay. There we go, fixed it. Okay. Fixed it. Finally. Okay, so should I make it? Now it should. Now does this? Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, there we go. Now it should do so. 1500? 1500. To reset the whole thing for it to work. That is not fun. Okay, well, guess what I just figured out? So there's a chance I go live tomorrow, and there's a chance not. So I'm gonna keep the stream going, like I'm gonna keep the schedule going. But if I remove it, that means I won't be live. And if I keep it, I will be live. But I don't exactly know how long so far. So why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. The thumbnail is sadly not the right one, but I've really not. Nocturnal avocado. It's just severe weather will start going soon. It will just ramp up here soon. We haven't even seen the worst of the severe weather yet. You can even see we have some storms. This actually might just die, but we actually have a little bit of updrafts forming. There's some convection right here. Very, very. Yeah, there's convection going all over the place. So obviously a new tornado watch will be needed after this. They might extend it actually in 4 minutes. Yeah, severe weathers will start ramping up soon. In a minute here. Right around like 10 to 10:15, like there's already storms to start to form. Connor, is there anything? Why is it doing this? There we go. Okay, yeah, this cell over here has really caught my attention. Whoa. It just crashed. It just crashed on me. How is my radar crashing? My computer has to suck for that. That is sad. That is sad. My computer's a trash can. Ooh. Honestly, I think the cell might lose its tornado potential, mostly because this cell that might ruin the tornado potential, or that will become Storm Roger, or just nudge it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna become Storm Roger, but Tornado Watch has expired, so okay, yeah, another Tornado Watch for 7. Yeah, like I said, a Tornado Watch, another one will be needed. This is just for the severe weather for the kickoff of it. This is like waiting for the kickoff for like an NFL game, or like, I don't know, the Super Bowl. Yeah, these rooms are ones that are going to absolutely pop off soon. I haven't looked at the HLL in a minute here. Have we? Do we? Maybe we can go to that. How much? Oh no! What the? Come on. Okay, I'm gonna just full screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, I want cape. Okay, so yeah. It peaks cape. The cape peaks around there. It's up to like 3,000 joules per kilogram. A lot of cape down here in Texas. But this is also, I need to go to H. Okay, yeah, this is better. Okay, yeah, that was in GFS. On Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday is gonna be a huge day for forming storms. Look, it is almost at 5,000 joules per kilogram. I think we got a 5,000. Yeah, we got up to 5,000 joules per kilogram. Yeah. Storm formation is gonna be a big thing on Tuesday. It's gonna be a huge thing. We got a lot of CAPE. Just depends if we have a cap in place. If we do. Now let's go to. Okay, so this is Mondays. You could see as we go into like Tuesday, this is like at like maybe 12 o'clock, you could see all these supercells start to form. Around 12 o'clock, all those supercells start to form, and then they kind of cluster. So it's gonna be like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and so yeah, it's gonna be all night, but I probably will have to stop. Wait, let me inspect this. I'll probably stop live streaming around 3 because this is I don't think this is perfect because I don't think this is a new A-triple model, but I might probably wait, what is this? I don't know what this is, but what the? There we go. I don't know why that wasn't doing that. That wasn't even on screen. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably go to bed around 2 o'clock. I'll probably start streaming because this is also a very nocturnal threat. So it's so late, I might just have to stop streaming before things kick off because this is. And on Tuesday especially, I will be streaming because we have those storms. Like, this is all that CAPE being used up on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure Tuesday night until Wednesday, it's all gonna. So maybe Wednesday morning to afternoon, you can see that line kind of forming and it's going off. So yeah, that is. That's something. I know it's illegal to use this. Well, the A-triple-L's just a bit better. But this looks nothing like A-triple-L, which is really interesting. You can see those storms kicking off. And then, but this is also like, you see those storms kicking off, and then just basically. Wow, I'm tired. Oops. Anyways. Okay. I might just end off the live stream. Well, guys, have a ton of ways to receive alerts. Hopefully tomorrow I will be live, but I gotta go to bed. Hopefully tomorrow I will be live for the whole thing. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later.